rounds for the draft.
All your favorite wrestling shows rolled into one. Welcome to the Webookit Podcast. Let's start the show.
Welcome in, everybody, to another episode of your Sunday Night Stunner, a late night edition, because some of us were up watching our team play playoff football. But yet and still the same, we are here tonight to talk about wrestling, and I am doing so with my favorite group of friends and the best damn co-host crew a guy could ask for. Of course, I got my brother from another mother, Big Daddy C.
Yo, what's good? Webookit fam, finally back after 2-week absence. So yeah, ready to talk some wrestling.
Absolutely. And of course, we got the man that will send you and make you go one-on-one with the Undertaker if you piss him off, y'all. I got my man Teddy Long.
I said I love you. I said I love you. Actually, that is my all-time favorite moment, bro. That SmackDown is arguably my all-time favorite episode.
That man Jeff Hardy was
grooving, bro.
Hey,
have y'all seen that video of him?
Have y'all seen that video? With Fritos being the only one tonight, I felt like we was the Hurt Syndicate with MJF.
That's hilarious.
Have y'all seen that video?
That's what we're gonna call it when it's just me with you guys.
Have y'all seen that video of
plus MJF?
Hardy singing "Shy"?
Him singing "If I Ever Fall in Love Again," bro.
Yeah.
Jeff Hardy is always invited to the wedding and the cookout.
Mm-hmm.
Finish your intros though. You know, before you get to
and then last but not least, of course, we have the freakiest one out there, the soon-to-be father, that man, Freaky Fritos.
Hello, gentlemen. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my singles and tag team competitors. All I gotta say is thank you, Thicker, the kicker. You are a hero, and the whole state of Missouri love you. I love you for producing that kicker.
Oh, so he's from Mizzou?
Yeah. But he played for the UFL. So I also, guess what? I did it for The Rock. I thank The Rock for making the UFL.
Oh, God. Anyways, all right. So, guys, we are in the midst of WrestleMania season. Well, we might have WrestleMania season. We got to get past the Royal Rumble first. But the Royal Rumble has to happen. They have to have a stadium for the Royal Rumble, which they're still freaking building 2 weeks out. So we may not have a stadium for the Royal Rumble. But
boy, I tell you,
where the hell is it going to be at?
Is it the Thunderdome?
They going back to Tropicana Field. Them was some rough fucking times, boy. Them was some rough times in that Thunderdome, boy. Especially like I said, when that first came out and like the screens would be glitching or whatnot. Like, the screens would be glitching and shit. It's funny as hell. All right, but we're in the midst of WrestleMania season, and guys, Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre basically took Triple H's WrestleMania plans and turned them upside down on their head. Cody Rhodes had actually been protesting for him not to carry the WWE Championship into WrestleMania this year, that he's better chasing than he is at coming into WrestleMania with the championship. So with that being said, he actually wanted Drew to win the title at WrestlePalooza to make a big splash there, which I remember, if you guys go back and watch that episode, we all bemoaned the fact that there was nothing special about WrestlePalooza, even though they tried to make it seem like it was going to be a part of the Big Four as part of Big Five. So, but like I said, I guess Triple H and the guys didn't feel like it was the right time to give the belt to Cody Rhodes there. However, get the belt to Drew McIntyre there. However, they did decide to make that change. Now they finally decided to listen. And coincidentally enough, because of this, Cody Rhodes still has a road to WrestleMania. He has a story. Roman Reigns doesn't have a story right now to WrestleMania. We don't really know what they're going to do with Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns ain't been seen since the game show the wars when they did Street Fighter.
Yeah, he out promoting movies, man.
Ain't nobody seen Joe.
Yeah, he out here promoting animated movies and video game film adaptations.
Joe in the pickup line kicking it.
Rocket 2.0.
Y'all know them Samoans. Love them some acting.
Absolutely. So we'll kind of talk about Raymond in the Raymond. We'll talk about Joe in the next segment. But for this segment, I want to talk about Jacob Fatu, who clearly has been title picture. Would you guys want to see that triple threat match, Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania? Go ahead, Fritos.
First things first, right call by Cody for business. Just to have the title taken off. And he was right. He is bears a chaser. He even kind of hinted it at his announcement for being the first man to be in the Royal Rumble. He admitted that the run wasn't the greatest. So, yeah. See, I would love this match to happen at Mania. Do I see it happening? No. We all know Sammy's going to win, even though it's kind of throwing me off now since he is in the Fatal 4-Way to be the first competitor against Drew. So this is where that wrench is there. So how are they going to do it? Because we all know Sammy's going to win the Rumble at Saudi. And I think right now what they're going to build is just a feud between Jacob and Cody as filler, since who knows when Roman's coming back. He's probably got another film lined up. He's probably got to do reshoots. So, yeah, I would love that match. I think it would feed families. Like I said last week, it would be the equivalent to Roman, Samoa, and Brock Lesnar. I feel like that match would be great. And you could do great promos with them, but I don't see it happening just with Rumble right around the corner. And they keep teasing Sammy. Sammy had like 2 backstage segments with Drew. So it's bound to happen.
I mean, I see, and that's I like what you had to say there, but that my only thought behind that is that internally that wasn't the plan.
I know.
It like I said, it just was never the plan for Sammy to win the Royal Rumble. What was going to happen was it was going to be Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns for the WWE title at WrestleMania. That like I said, so I mean, unless Sammy was going to win and go to Raw and challenge Punk, then I mean, or like I said, then that was never in the plans. Which honestly, Sammy still very well could win the Rumble, choose Punk, and go to Raw. I mean, that's like I said, you as the Rumble winner, you choose who you face. Go ahead.
That has more juice. That has more juice and intrigue than him versus Cody. To be honest with you, because there's history
him versus him versus Drew.
Well, yeah, that too, yeah. But I think him and Punk, because they've been teasing it. Him and Punk, I know they had a 1-on-1 match not too long ago, but I would definitely like to see them run it back. I don't know if they'll both be faces if that happens, but you never know. But yeah, in regards to the whole thing with the triple threat, I wouldn't mind seeing it, honestly. I don't think you want to have Cody go over in that match. Probably you want to have either Drew retain or do a shock factor and have Jacob win it. But the risk with that is, all right, you have him win it, but then what's next? Like, do you have him go on this crazy run? Because if you're going to have a young up-and-coming talent or a young talent like Jacob, win a strap, you got to have some long-term plans for him for a championship reign. And I think that's probably the mistake they made with Jay. I don't know. I don't think they had any long-term plans. I feel like I honestly think they did. They had him beat Gunther for the shock value and didn't really have many long-term plans for it. Him tapping out Gunther at WrestleMania, shock value. So, Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing it. I just don't think it'll be wise to have Cody go over at WrestleMania. I think it's somebody else's time to actually, get their shine. Last time Drew won a championship at Mania, he got cashed in on. So it would be nice to see him have a legit WrestleMania, as a champion and leave the show as a champion with no issues. So those are my thoughts on that.
And the problem with Jay, though, that you mentioned,
Yeah,
it hurts because we saw behind the curtain with Unreal and Triple H saying we're strapping a rocket to your back and launching you to the moon. So they had some type of plans, but I just don't think Jay was ready, really.
Yeah,
truly for just the main event.
And he, to your credit, to your point, I don't think Jay ever thought of himself as a world champion either. I think they saw him as a world champion because he moved merch. I think that's why Jey Uso got the world title, because the Yeet thing took off. It was cooking like fish grease, and to quote, a former younger CM Punk, you got to start moving some merch around here in order to get heard.
Yeah.
So like I said, when those Yeet shirts start selling like hotcakes, and they tested them with the IC title reign and how everybody responded to the IC title reign. And then I knew from there some bullshit was going to happen. Like they was going to give him the world championship. And like I said, I don't know. Go ahead, Teddy Long. What's your thoughts, man?
Honestly, truth be told, I'd rather see that match. Even though they can't do it, I'd rather have seen that match at the Rumble, the triple threat. But I don't want Sammy to win. I hope they don't do it. I really hope LA Knight wins. Truth be told, I
keep forgetting about LA Knight.
Huh?
I said I keep forgetting about LA Knight.
It's okay. He can stay forgotten. He gonna come back and smush niggas' ass. Doing what he do best. But I think the rebranding of him is what's really needed. But at Mania, man, truthfully, man, I'd rather. I don't know, man, because truth be told, I'd rather see, even though people don't want to see it, I want to see Randy Drew again for the title so Randy can get his.
Hell no.
They already teased it this past Friday.
But at the same time, like, truth be told, shit, the triple threat could be Randy, Jacob, Drew. That could be your triple threat at WrestleMania.
Don't worry, Mike. He's not going to catch up to John Cena. Don't worry.
No, I don't need him to break John Cena's record, but at the same time, he's the only legit person that makes sense of breaking John Cena's record just for being tenured and like youngest. If he could be from the youngest WWE champion to being the person to break John Cena's record, like
he the only one. He the only one closest.
He's the closest one. Other than that, the next person closest is who? Roman,
Triple H.
No,
active.
Active.
Brock is a 10-time champion.
Brock and Roman. Yeah.
Where's the Miz at in that? Is he 7?
No, Seth. Can't forget Seth and his reigns because Seth had.
Seth getting closer to 10, right?
Yeah, Seth had Seth got at least 8 or 9.
But he's also talking about retiring too.
Yeah.
Well, that's injury wise, but I mean, other than that, Randy's the only other person that makes sense, but he would have to do it within the next 3 years because I don't see him wrestling longer than 3 years.
So that's why I was a 6-time world champion.
Damn.
6?
6.
Wait, are we count? Okay, are we? Is that combining?
He's for longer though, so I think that's
Are we? That's combining Universal Championship, all that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, he right, he did because he was because his titles was his first one was the Heist of the Century at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
he was champion for a long fucking time after that.
Yeah, he did have some longer reign. He did have long.
He had some super long reigns, but then he also he had some short ones too. But
yeah.
But yeah, man, I think for me, I look at this and I say this is a grand opportunity for WWE to really, really put your young stars on the map. Start mixing in the younger talent with the big main stage talent. Like I said, I reported last week that Obafemi is supposed to have a huge main spot in WrestleMania. I reported that, like I said, they're trying to mix in some of the younger talent. You're going to see Javon Evans put on the show. You're going to see Joe Hendry somehow at WrestleMania. You're going to see some of these fresher, younger faces mix it up with some of these older talent. And I think it's good. I think they missed the boat on doing that last year. They went back to the well one too many times and depended on older talent last year at last year's WrestleMania instead of letting some of this younger talent flourish.
No, where they fucked up
like
at was having Travis Scott show up again. That's where they fucked up at.
Don't worry, since they got rid of his music, we're good. We're set. We were never seeing him in WWE again.
Oh yeah,
God,
yeah.
I ain't gotta hear that song.
Completely
I ain't gotta hear that song in WWE ever again.
Yeah,
I still gotta hear it. I still gotta hear it on college football whenever I play.
Fiend.
Because they play it in between plays, so I can't change it.
Yeah, I hate that song too.
Man.
But at the same time, we are also getting, we need to figure out what the world title picture looks like. Which takes me to my next point. My next question to ask: the world title picture. We need to figure out who goes to WrestleMania to face the world heavyweight champion. So I do not see anybody taking that world title off of CM Punk. I do think he will defend it at WrestleMania. Unfortunately for him, it'll probably still end up being night one of WrestleMania, which is going to piss him off. But like I said,
accept that shit.
Yeah. Well, he wants night two of Mania. He wants the main event night two of WrestleMania.
It's gonna be hard when he's boxing the way he is, and he ain't got no real. Only way he main events night two is if it's somehow him versus Braun Breaker versus Roman Reigns, or him versus Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns again. If they run that triple threat back, that's the only way he has a chance in hell to main event.
I think he does main event night two, because like I said, it all depends on how everything plays out with the WWE
Rumble?
Championship. So it all depends on how things end up on that side. If the matchup on that side doesn't warrant a night two main event, they bumping that shit to night one.
Right. So let's say, for instance, Fritos' prediction does come true. Sammy does win the Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia. He chooses Drew. That's night one Mania.
Yep.
That's
so
not
then
main event. That's starting the show off bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Which they could do. Drew won the world title at WrestleMania 40, night two, kicking off night two as the first match on night two. So I don't hate that idea either, kicking off night two of that. Here's my thought process though, y'all. Historically, the Royal Rumble winner is supposed to main event WrestleMania. They're supposed to, but it doesn't say which Royal Rumble winner. Because remember, there's still a whole fucking other side to this. You still got a women's Royal Rumble and a women's Elimination Chamber match, and we don't. If y'all had to ask me right now, I felt so sure in December that Liv Morgan was going to win that Royal Rumble and be the one to main event WrestleMania.
Who's winning it though this year?
Bianca Belair.
They got planning to win that shit, and I think it's going to happen.
Bianca Belair.
Yep, it's going to be her and Jade at WrestleMania, because Jay gonna be running through the whole women's division, and Bianca gonna come back, and we finally get the dream match that we all been wanting for years, and
which Triple H ain't doing Jade no favors by not having her defend the WWE Championship either, because literally we're going on 85 days of her being champion. And she ain't getting one title defense.
Time out. How many
Triple H special?
How many times have the men done that? So many fucking times. Like, it's been done throughout history that you didn't had a champion. Like, when's the last time Dom defended his Intercontinental title or his AAA Mega Championship?
Well, he been hurt.
It's been a long fucking time, but he's hurt.
Even when he wasn't hurt, he was in tag team matches and shit like that. He wasn't defending the title.
Yeah. You're right.
He wasn't doing that shit when there was times when Charlotte wasn't defending the title, or Bayley or Becky wasn't defending the title. Shit was okay then. Like, let her ass build off her character of being a bad bitch that just does what the fuck she wants to do. We already know she's strong as fuck. And truth be told, I don't want to see her squash too many people right now, because that's exactly what's going to happen if they put her in a ring for these matches. The only person she can't squash is Jordan Grace.
Give her a chance against B-Fab for the WWE Women's Championship on a random episode of SmackDown. I mean, like I said, I'm not saying it's got to be top tier quality talent, and I'm not saying she got to smash them either. I'm saying she can win, but like I said, it's one of those things where you got to put the title on the line to make yourself a legitimate champion. Yeah. That was part of the problem.
The way you got to have momentum.
The way you build that up is that you have.
It's also the problem with the women's.
You have them fight non-title match. You have them fight non-title somehow, some way. B-Fab wins either by count out because Jordan Grayson distracted Jade, and then that way it's kind of like the Maxine Dupree effect, where even though she's not gonna win the title when she faces her, you got to build it up somehow, some way, because Mi Chen's out hurt. B-Fab, they claim is hurt, but truth be told, like, you can put her in a non-title match. Jordan Grace come out and interfere. B-Fab wins, and because B-Fab wins, she gets a world title match. Then she had a world title match. They can try and do the shit to where that B-Fab can sneak one over Jade, but Jade end up overcoming that shit and just beat her ass. Yeah, that's how you set up the real Jordan Grace Jade Cargill storyline, and then you build.
I like the power on power, even though Jade is towering over Jordan Grace. I still do like the power on power, mix that these two are gonna have. But Jordan and Jordan Grace is a skilled wrestler. They really need to be practicing their match though, because they have the potential to do a lot of fucking botches between the two of them. In a match between Jade and Jordan.
I'll tell you what though. I don't know what the plans are for Rumble, in terms of having her go against somebody at the Rumble, but I mean it'll probably be B-Fab or Jordan Grace. I wouldn't mind seeing either of those two challenge for the championship, but at the very least, Elimination Chamber, Jay got to be defending that championship in the Chamber match. If they really want to go into WrestleMania, have her go into WrestleMania with some momentum and really like put some legitimacy on her title reign, like they got to have her defend that championship in the Chamber match and have her dominate, because otherwise the talk gonna get hot. And everybody gonna be like,
if she defends it in the Elimination Chamber, how are we going to set up the Bianca Jade feud?
Well, no, so Bianca will win the Rumble, but she'll make it known she coming after that championship regardless. But they'll still have the match, and whoever comes out of that match, she's going to challenge for that championship. But we all know that Jade is going to be the one to win it if they really want that dream match at Mania, and then they'll still be able to have the match and still sell it. It's just Jay gonna have to have a roadblock on the regular WrestleMania. We've seen it done before. What was it? John Cena when he won the Royal Rumble in 2008, and Triple H ended up winning the Elimination Chamber match at No Way Out, and Cena pretty much got he cashed in his championship opportunity at No Way Out like an idiot, and end up winning via disqualification, but didn't get the title, and then that led to the triple threat match at WrestleMania. So it's been done before, so you can have these little roadblocks to kind of throw in a little twist here and there. So yeah, Bianca, we can still get Bianca and Jade at Mania, but if they happen to throw Tiffy in there, because she want to get her rematch, I'm sure, when she comes back. They can do that too. Mm-hmm. So a lot is on the table on the women's side.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, that creative is still open, and we just don't have a clear route yet on what's going to be what. I do think they're building up Big Mommy Cool, Raquel Rodriguez to win the Chamber, or have her at one of these Saturday night's main events beat Stephanie Vaquer for the Women's World Championship, and then her versus Liv for the Women's World Title at Mania. Like I said, I mean, it just further destroys the Judgment Day. it further destroys the Judgment Day, and like I said, it just starts tearing that down because there's rumored all rumored to be going their own separate ways here eventually soon.
This time, it's been time.
Yeah. What were you saying, Fritos? Said don't really make sense.
I mean, I do want to break up the Judgment Day, but right now because the women's tag team division is so thick with talent right now.
Yeah.
That's where all the veterans are at, and they're letting chill. But right now, that's where all the talent is, and Liv and Roxanne are focused on the tag championship. So you're going to pivot quickly away from that. That'd be the only issue if you do that route for Mania. I can see it have a cool moment and lead it to Backlash.
We'll see. But all right, man, it's time for the throwback moment of the week featuring Big Daddy C.
Welcome to the throwback moment of the week. Since we're in the season of Road to WrestleMania, let's go ahead and take you back to old Royal Rumble pay-per-view back in 2008. Oh no, 2007, where the final four happened to be Edge, Orton, HBK, and Undertaker. And so basically how this played out, Orton hit an RKO on HBK, causing them to roll out of the ring, leaving Edge, Orton, Undertaker in the ring. Orton will catch Edge trying to attack him, but they reconciled, trying to team up on Undertaker. HBK came back in and make the save. And then basically Orton and Edge got eliminated shortly thereafter. And HBK and Undertaker left. And it felt like it was like the prelude to what we end up getting for 2 WrestleManias between these two. These two duked it out, man, as the final 2 entrants. And eventually Undertaker ended up winning that match and goes on to challenge Batista and beat him for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 2023. So, yeah, and that's the throwback moment of the week. Royal Rumble 2008. 2007.
Thank you, Big Daddy Steve, for that throwback moment. A little rusty, but we'll get back to it. We'll get you back in the swing of things.
Whatever, man. Whatever.
All right, so
asshole
guys, I want to have a moment here, and I'm really interested to hear what Teddy Long has to say about this. I want to see which side he takes in this matter. So Kevin Nash has his podcast, and he has kind of sort of become the grandfather or the podfather of wrestling. With Bruce Pritchard being back in the company, you don't get him a lot. JBL actually does a great job sitting in for Bruce Pritchard on Something to Wrestle. So if you guys go watch the JBL episodes, they are actually pretty good. He tells a lot of good stories. But besides that, Kevin Nash and his podcast, he's become kind of the podfather when it comes to wrestling podcasts, and his opinion, he just tells it like it is. I mean, this big push that we're seeing from Raquel Rodriguez is a lot of because of what Kevin Nash did and said. And like I said, just kind of some of the other things that we've seen happen in wrestling. He's recently had comments about CM Punk saying that his time is coming to an end and he needs to drop the title. If he can't even take his shirt off anymore to wrestle, if he's wrestling with a shirt on, maybe you shouldn't be champion, things like that. And so his latest thing was he went on Twitter he went on his podcast and basically said, fuck Logan Paul. He found out Logan Paul makes $5 million wrestling for WWE. And he said, that's not from me. That's from the boys. Fuck Logan Paul. Fuck you, Logan Paul. You have not paid your dues to be paid like a top wrestler in the company, to be getting that type of payday. And fuck you from the boys because you don't deserve it. So I want to ask you guys, Kevin Nash, strong opinionated person. Do you guys believe Kevin Nash is right in saying fuck you, Logan Paul, or has Logan Paul earned this money and this payday that he's getting in WWE? Go ahead, Fritos.
God, why are you starting off me? Because this is tricky. The amount of money for $5 million a year, no. If it was like $1 or $2 million, sure, not that big of a deal. He's been a part-timer most of his WWE career till about now, where I think he did officially say that he's on the roster full-time. So if he was like 2 years after and his contract was coming up and they did sign him to extension for $5 million a year, sure, I'd be fine with it. But I do see where Kevin's coming from the standpoint where he wasn't like the rest of the guys where he went to a school somewhere and maybe lost his money because that school shut down halfway through and had to go to a different school, wrestled in the indies from coast to coast, didn't wrestle in Japan, didn't wrestle in Saudi, didn't wrestle in Europe, doing these random tours just to make his name. He got famous from YouTube. But the same thing could be said too for half the superstars or the NXT roster. Not all of them are from indies. They're all former athletes right now. You've got Oba, who's a former shot putter. We've got half of them who are former gymnastics, former basketball players, former football players. So they didn't go through the grind that we traditionally know as going to school, run through the indies for 4 or 5 years, 3 years, depending on how good you are, then potentially getting called up as a jobber, then finally sticking. So I do see a point, but also one against half the roster too, if you're going to be like that. Do I think that money should be spread out a little bit? Sure, but I don't think if it was less than that, it wouldn't be the issue. I think it's just the fact that it's so high, and you've got other people who probably are making the minimum or whatever their contract is.
I disagree with you, Fritos. People like Obafemi have put their dues in. They've been on NXT week in and week out, faithfully doing house shows when they travel, on TV week in and week out. There's been plenty of times when Logan Paul was the U.S. champion and we barely seen his ass defend his title or even be on TV.
Which is fair.
He is the epitome of the motherfucker nobody wants to pick up because we really don't like him, but he's too fucking talented not to pick him up. That's Logan Paul. He's worth the money athletically, but persona wise, can't stand him. Like he's the guy that tries too hard because it's what he grew up watching, versus being somebody that came in and did the gauntlet of like the smaller shows. Logan Paul came in with the Miz and fast tracked to tag team title, US title, and we all look at it like, truthfully, your greatest moments was with you and Ricochet, or because you are death defying and you don't care jumping off of shit. You're a Shane McMahon. You don't give a fuck. Like,
he had a really good debut match at WrestleMania against Seth Rollins.
Listen, he had a great match. He had a great match against Roman Reigns. I don't say that he don't have. I said athletically, yes, he's worth it athletically, but persona wise, no. I can't stand him on the mic. I can't stand him in backstage segments. I can't stand him when he does WWE events or TKO events or just be anywhere in public. He's just a person that, like, I just want to smack him. I don't care for him. I would rather take the Miz over Logan Paul. Okay.
Well, sure. The Miz been at this shit for 20 years now.
That's not saying much, to be honest with you.
I'm talking about Mike Mizanin, tough enough Miz, annoying ass Miz. I'd rather take him than Logan Paul.
I mean, Miz has paid this dudes at the end of the day. Like, regardless of what you think,
the locker room by
listen, I'm glad. Here's the thing. I'm glad Kevin Nash said it, because Kevin Nash knows that, and all the boys know, he can say it without getting reprimanded. Well, yeah. And he's getting this information from them because they really want to say this shit. Like, think about it. Think about all the dark matches or all the like off air shit that we see when they do the prime shit. They really don't fuck with his shit. Like when they make them pipe bombs and be like, man, you're a fucking 30-year-old YouTuber that following is only fucking 12-year-olds and shit like that. Like they were legit calling that motherfucker a pedophile. Like that's exactly what the fuck they were doing because they can't stand him, but they were trying to find the ways and the cracks to be able to say shit that wouldn't get them reprimanded. And Kevin Nash did it for him.
What are your thoughts, C?
Glad y'all went first because I gave me time to actually think and like analyze all of this shit. Because for one, I didn't know Logan Paul was getting paid $5 million, so that was a shock to me.
He definitely should have been a 700,000 kind of guy.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, if he making $5 million,
700,000 might even be too much just because you got people that's making less than Logan Paul that show up and do more than Logan Paul week in and week out.
Shit, because if he making $5 million, I can only imagine what everybody else, the top tier guys, making.
Here's my thing: I question because a lot of their contracts haven't been restructured since the TKO merger.
Look, hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like when I think about how much professional wrestlers get paid, my mind is still stuck in the old days, like when like the early 2010s or whatever, like when they were still in the 100,000s. And so I'm like, all right. They've come a long way, so they got to be in the millions by now. So I'm like, some of these guys got to be making 10 to 15 million, a year or whatever it is. But no, like I don't think he should be making $5 million for one. So I do agree with Kevin Nash on that. In terms of because like you're getting paid $5 million and you're a part timer. Well, you were previously a part timer up until this last year or so. And you're a part-timer, but you have yet to pay your dues on the level of the other part-timer like legends that's been doing this for decades. And so like it's almost like
y'all really still see okay. Do y'all really still see Logan Paul as a part-timer even though he's on Raw consistently now every week?
Well, I said
he's full-time
prior to the last year or so. He's been a part-timer.
Logan Paul got to prove himself on an individual run with no help.
Bro, he's like prior to this year, he was the wrestling equivalent of his brother, wrestling like basically his brother going against like people that's past their prime in boxing, and then Logan and getting over and making all this money, and then Logan Paul basically making all his money and barely showing up on a yearly basis up until the past year or so. So it's just like now he's starting to pay his dues and be there more often.
Paul for even putting his logo on the fucking mat. That was a whole move. He just did that shit because he had money. I'm tired of this feel like he bought his way in. Honestly, I feel like he bought his way in.
I'm tired of this.
Okay. There's two ways to this, y'all. Let's be honest. I don't like the fact that our tables, our ladders, our chairs, all that stuff, the kendo sticks, even, especially not the ring mat, all have some type of promo on them. But we saw this coming when they made the LED barricades. That when they started doing LED barricades, started doing themed matches and things like that, where you had the Mountain Dew black match, lights out match coming for the new dark Mountain Dew
match,
the pitch black match. When you started having things like that, or like this match is sponsored by Snickers, and literally all the LED boards around the barricade and on the mat actually go to like Snickers or something like that.
Wingstop.
Yeah, like that's when I knew this is where we were headed. However,
prime hydration table.
What other weapons beside the tables got labels?
The only thing that has labels on it is the chair, is the ladder. And
the fireball ladder.
What the ladder have?
And the
fireball.
The ladder have fireballs on it?
Yeah, last year it was a fireball ladder.
But no, the only thing that really gets branded is the table. That's because they got
Slim Jim.
Slim Jim. And it makes sense because you got to snap a table, so you got to snap it to a Slim Jim.
Yeah. But what I'm saying here to y'all is that did Logan Paul kind of buy his way into the company? Sure, he was a YouTuber, he was a big name, just like I Show Speed and everything like that. Like WWE is trying to catch that generation, and for what it's worth, it worked. My son, came downstairs when I Show Speed was on the Royal Rumble. My son didn't even watch wrestling like that. And he was pumped when I Show Speed was on his TV screen last year at the Rumble. Like I said, I mean, and the same with Logan Paul. Like Logan Paul is a big, huge YouTuber. Guys, Mr. Beast is going to be at this year's WrestleMania, probably hosting that motherfucker. But listen, so, like I said, I mean, we are headed. I saw an article today, or it's a rumor out there that Elon Musk is looking to try to purchase WWE
Hell no.
from TKO because he views it as a global property and brand. He just wants to own it. He don't want to run it. So listen, I'm telling y'all now, the wrestling we knew, the shit we knew is only on television, bro. You gotta go back and look at the 90s, early 2000s stuff, because what you about to get is a whole lot of advertising. And if you move merchandise dollars,
more advertising than segments in wrestling.
If you're moving merchandise dollars, you are going to be a champion.
Well, tomorrow's episode is supposed to be the change that they're supposed to have
less commercials.
So we'll see if they. We'll see
what
they.
I don't mind. Look, I don't mind the commercials. Just do the damn split screen shit they used to do with SmackDown Live back in the day. Like, just do that.
That's because it's cable.
You said what?
It's because it's cable. They can do that because.
Okay, never mind. Okay, yeah.
It's on USA when they do that. It's either USA or like
Netflix,
CBS or stuff like that. Netflix ain't going for that shit. They trying to get their whole.
They gotta promote. They gotta promote their TV shows and movies.
Screen, nigga. Look, we need the whole screen, nigga. That's what we need. Shit.
Yeah,
that's what they said.
Yeah,
but
all in all, like I said, yeah, I mean, like I said, all in all, I think Kevin Nash is speaking for the boys, and how they feel. But at the same time, you know, like I said, I mean, I do think that that all in all, we're about to get a different style of wrestling. I did like what I saw from Cody Rhodes and Jacob Fatu, and Jacob Fatu calling out Cody Rhodes, and those two going back and forth, because it did feel kind of 90s-ish to me. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, but we will see about all of that. Now, our last topic for tonight is going to be a fun one. I'm excited about this one, guys. Willie Hobbs is reportedly supposed to be signing with WWE and supposed to be showing up on WWE television here shortly. Now, again, we're the Webookit Podcast, so I have to ask the experts, which are you gentlemen, how would you book Willie Hobbs' debut in WWE? Are you sending him to NXT, or is he straight up to the main roster? Are you having him answer an open challenge for the United States Championship? Are you having him show up, you know, on Raw and be muscle for somebody? How are you debuting Willie Hobbs? So Teddy Long, you got the answer already. So if you got the answer, Sway, go ahead and give it to me.
I ain't fully had an answer, but I definitely say main roster him. But you really can't throw. It's gonna be hard to throw him on SmackDown, but you can throw him on SmackDown just because of the talent pool that you got, because you got a lot of vets that don't mind dropping matches and don't mind, you know, cycling things just to make sure the talent is protected. You know, so yeah, he can come in and be dominant against a Matt Cardona. He can come in and be dominant against Kit Wilson. He can come in and be dominant against Ilya or Shinsuke, or, you know, like he can feud with whoever he wants to by himself, and he could be the lone man on his own. You know, because you got Jacob there. You got a lot of different avenues you can do. Raw would be hard just because that's the legit veteran show, or like we got our favorites of who we like and who we want to see. Other than that, you ain't. So for him to go to Raw, it would only way he would be able to go to Raw is if like Randy went to. No, only way like somebody on the SmackDown roster now is going to have to go, because you also got Oba coming, but Oba can go to Raw straight out the gate.
Sure,
like Oba can hold his own on Raw and be the ruler of Raw. And, you know, him and Braun and the Browns can have their own feud, or him and LA can have a feud. Like, he can do different things, but you know, Willie Hobbs has definitely got to be on SmackDown, and there's a good enough people like him and Damian can have a match. There's some people that he can go through and run through and put belt to ass. But truthfully, I would rather him debut at the Royal Rumble than anything. Let him show his strength in the Royal Rumble where he can go against both sides, and then you sign him after Royal Rumble. Put him on a brand. But he don't need to be in NXT because he would own NXT. Like, and it would be between him and Keanu Carver who gonna run NXT.
See, you are the AEW aficionado here. Can Willie Hobbs cut a really good promo?
I don't know. I'm not the AEW aficionado.
I know that's why I said see.
I would say that is not me.
I wasn't the biggest fan of Hobbs to begin with. So yeah, he probably ain't gonna get much of any fantasy booking out of me. But yeah, I don't think he cut no good promos, to be honest with you. He one of them ones where he's just there to kick some ass, and that's about it.
Bobby Lashley style.
Yeah. It's
Bobby wasn't a promo.
Just don't say shit. Just kick some ass
and beat ass.
Yeah. So I have him debut at the Rumble or some shit, surprise entrant. You know, he don't need to be on NXT. NXT got enough niggas.
Too many.
Yeah, throw his ass on SmackDown or some shit, you know, feud with Trick.
Hey, SmackDown Loki got a lot of niggas too.
hey, we getting back into the early 2000s,
the real Teddy Long era for real though.
Hell yeah.
According
might as well bring Teddy Long back. Might as well have him come back to GM.
Triple H is actually putting a focus on black talent, trying to bring black talent in because the rumor out there is that Triple H has not focused on black talent, which is why you're seeing Willie Hobbs get signed the way he is aggressively. And like I said, they're going to go and actually try to sign more talent too. So
now he want to focus on black talent. Now he want to focus on black talent, but when you have Big E as champion, you're squashed.
I'm gonna say this much. As much as black talent just dominates shit, the wrestling world is the one world where like the white boys really run it because of charisma and how the universe sees things. Because there's a few of us that's like, okay, these certain black talents, they're just, we need to see the push, we need to see this, we need to see that. But essentially it's like us as black talent, we do one of three things. We either super thug, we either uber athletic, or we just really good at being charismatic. So it's like in those spaces, it's like The Rock was a one of a kind talent that can break that barrier because he was liked on both sides.
All right, okay, hold on, pause. We also have to stop. We have to stop saying The Rock is black. The Rock don't even acknowledge he's black. The Rock is Samoan. He's Samoan.
I was waiting on it, bro. I was like,
no, we're gonna stop fucking doing this. We don't even acknowledge the black side. Fritos is blacker than The Rock.
Listen to how I'm saying it, okay? I'm saying he was a talent that at the time we viewed him as black and Samoan at the time, to where that he can be accepted on both barriers. Okay, we're not talking about Mr. We're not talking about him now.
Rocky Johnson is black. The Rock is Samoan. There's a difference.
Dwayne Johnson.
No. Dwayne Johnson is Samoan. All that shit, I don't want to hear none of that. He is fucking Samoan. Stay your Samoan ass over there on that side. Fuck you. Because I'm serious. He don't never have shit to say about his black side at all. And as the years keep going on, the stories about his father keep getting fucking worse for some reason. He loved his mama, works to the ground his mama walk on. But every fucking story about his dad is fucking horrible. And now the latest story is, when my dad passed, we weren't even talking. Yeah, he called me a couple of days before he passed. I didn't answer the call. I was like, I'll call him back over the weekend. We just had a big argument. And I'm like, bro, he fucking dead. Can't you shut up and just leave some of that shit alone?
The Rock was at his blackest in the 90s, and that's probably
99, 2000, 2001.
Yeah.
Before he
when he stopped wearing the Versace shirts and shit like that, it was over with. It was a wrap. It was a wrap. Yeah, I know. And you know, Fritos, you got all them. You know who got all them fucking shirts.
Okay, but
hold on. Pause. Hold on. Fritos, do you know who got all the fucking Versace shirts?
No.
Jerry the King Lawler. He gave all that shit to Jerry the King Lawler, and Jerry the King Lawler started rocking that shit on Monday Night Raw. If you start watching Raw late 2000, 2002, into 2003, into 2004, Jerry the King Lawler is rocking all the shirts. On the nights he didn't have to wrestle, he would rock all those Versace shirts that The Rock had.
I never peeped that.
I'm going to go back.
Rock gave all those fucking shirts.
I never noticed that. That's crazy. That is crazy. Wow.
Yeah, bro. Fuck you know, they tell you that you should never meet your heroes, and I've never met The Rock. But in all honesty, The Rock was my guy, was my fucking guy. I'm from 98, 99, 2000, 2001, 2002. It was hard as hell to boo The Rock in 2003 when he turned heel. I still was like, fuck that. That's what I'm saying. but The Rock from 2011 to today, fuck that guy. I'm cool, bro. I'm cool on him. I'm cool on him. Yeah.
Him like getting into the business side of it all definitely kind of turns some people off about him. So I definitely feel you on
I don't like that bullshit. I don't like the fact that The Rock always has a fucking camera around when he does something nice for somebody. I don't like that shit, bro. And somehow every nice thing that dude does somehow it winds up on a fucking camera, and I got to see that shit on Instagram 20 million times. Oh, look how good and nice, look how great a guy DJ is. Like, fuck that dude, man. Like, bro, that shit is so plain.
He's just a YouTuber. He's just a YouTuber.
You think he's the only one doing that?
Giving somebody a house and a car and some shit and money.
You think he's the only one?
No, I'm not saying he's the only one doing it. I got turned off from The Rock when first thing that turned me off about The Rock was The Rock never really acknowledged his African American heritage. He only put the fucking Samoan heritage out there and shit like that. He fucking turned into Maui and bullshit like that. What the fuck, Rock? Where's the African American side? You have black.
His daddy probably the only black person like that he spent time with. Everybody else Samoan.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen.
Yeah, watch Young Rock
with his mama.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen any black person from his dad's side ever.
Well, guess what? I'll tell y'all what. The Rock can kiss my full black ass.
Damn.
How about that? And that's just how I feel.
And this is the same guy that picks The Rock over Stone Cold.
This is why John Cena is my GOAT. He stayed true to himself the whole fucking time. West Newbury, Massachusetts. Fuck you, Rock. I feel like The Rock used his blackness to get ahead.
Come on, way, because he definitely used to have The Rock over Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I did. But like I said, I feel like The Rock is I really feel like he's a phony. Like I really do. Like the shit he be doing just don't be sitting right with me, bro. And I be sitting there like, man, this shit feel like this is all a plant, man. Like all of it. I don't know.
Hey, you know how Mike is right now. He's essentially like how Stephen A is on LeBron. And basically, Stephen A called LeBron a phony and all that. How you don't like him now, but he used to support him for so many years, and now he don't like him at all.
Now hates him.
I just funny. No, but for real, y'all, it just feels like he's a plant. Like all this shit is for the cameras, bro. Like low key behind the scenes, he might really be an asshole. I don't know.
He probably is.
I don't know.
But here's the deal. He's got the Hollywood money.
Him and Cena had
got that Disney Mickey Mouse Hollywood money. You think he cares? He's gonna do everything to keep that paycheck going. For a reason.
Like, and it's well documented at this point. So, like, they both had asshole tendencies on both of their parts, more so on The Rock, I would say, because
But at least Cena owned his asshole shit. Like he don't be out here trying to make people believe that this dude's a fucking saint. Like The Rock out here buying houses and cars for people and shit like that. And every single time a camera is there, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, this seems real planted right now, bro. It seems like you trying to tell people, hey guys, my name's DJ and I'm a good guy. You should like me a lot. Like, fuck you. Acknowledge your black heritage, like fucking Booker T. That's my goat. Can you dig it, sucker?
I believe in Joe Hendry. Hendry.
It's probably the first rant we've had from Virgil about any wrestler in quite some time.
Well, it's a good first one of the year, you know.
Yeah, Teddy Long, you bring this out of me. I want you to know that prior to you coming onto this podcast, I doubt I ever would have said anything like this. But the Bears just lost, and I just kind of took a fuck it mode real quick, and like I had to get that off my chest because I've really been thinking about that.
It don't hurt my fucking feelings. All I'm saying is that in the sense of the statement of what Triple H is doing with the brothers, it's like we appreciate it, but it's like if they can't carry their charisma on their own, and truth be told, unless he gets some black writers in there, like it's going to be struggle bus for the black talent, unless you're just one of those motherfuckers like some talent like Carmelo and Trick and like those guys and like the New Day and the Usos ain't black, but the New Day and like other people like that, like they got the charisma to be able to withstand on their own whatever creative rights for them. But with other people, it's going to be a worry of like, can they withstand it or not?
Yeah. All right, we got to wrap this. Last thoughts on that because it's time for Fritos Fave 5. Any last final thoughts?
Nope. Well, I didn't get mine out, so I'll just say it. Where do we see Hobbs as a? It's fine. We went on that rant. I'll just do it quickly. Personally, I think the best would be NXT. I think Sean is the best option for him. Because here's the deal. He is an AEW original. How many AEW originals went straight to the main roster after their contract expired and they signed with WWE? There's
Not
only
even
two or three. Ray Phoenix, who's, I'm not going to lie, and no man. Who else?
Penta.
Ray. Penta, which he's
Cody.
The only one I would say. Cody started off in WWE. I don't count him as AEW original.
You said AEW original. You said AEW.
I know, original. But he still came over. He was still a WWE product.
Is he not an AEW original?
He is, but I don't really count him because he grew up in WWE. He knows the system. He knows the writing.
Oh,
whatever.
He's the original. Hey, because he came straight. He was at fucking WrestleMania against Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
And Jay Cargill.
Ray Phoenix, no man land. Penta, he's probably been the best one other than Cody coming in just right off the gun being good. Then Jade. Jade's been questionable at some time. She came in at Rumble, then was absent for how long? Like 6 months, 8 months, because she was in the Performance Center, making sure she wasn't botching anything like that. All the rest of the AEW stars started off in NXT, and they're still there. You still got Ethan Page, Sean Spears. I can't even think of Lexus Kings and who else. They all start there, and they're building them up. Best one there is Ethan Page, and he's getting ready to get called up. So I think right now to help him get in the system and put him in the best situation possible to get him on the main roster, you put him in NXT. So when he gets called up, he's good to go, and he could be your next Obafemi.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I like that decision to book him, especially since you just called up all that NXT talent to WWE. I mean, you throw Hobbs in there, where he is very likely to get lost in that shuffle. So, yeah, like I said, I do think that it's a good idea to possibly have him go to NXT, run NXT for at least a year, and then see like I said, and because I haven't heard him cut a competent promo yet, so. That worries me about putting him on the main roster and him not being able to speak, because that's a quick way to lose your spot and to find yourself back out in no man's land. So, but yeah, everybody, guys, it's time for Fritos Fave 5.
Fritos,
favorite.
favorite five.
No,
Hey, no, man, no. Don't do no.
Nope. Look,
No.
no.
I've been waiting for a long time for.
No.
Man, get your black
You don't get
ass
to do
on,
it.
man.
You do it for me.
Stop
You
playing.
ain't do it for me. You don't get to do it for Fritos. Nope.
Cause it ain't yours. It's his. No, don't
Whatever.
do that
Go
when I
ahead,
come
do
back.
your
No, it ain't Fritos back. No, do it again. Do it again and let me sing the song. God damn it. Please.
Since you said please. All right, guys, it's time for Fritos Fave 5.
Fritos favorite five. Sponsored by nobody. Mike, you a hoe.
What? Wait a minute. I forgot that I muted Fritos. My bad.
Why
Sorry,
am I getting punished for this shit?
He was supposed to say yes, and you muted him.
This
Hey,
is bullshit.
man.
No, don't hit my music. You
Damn
piss me off.
disgrace of
There's
you
no
and me.
music.
What are we doing?
We're this is a dry episode now.
See,
All right, here's
this
my
is why-
Fritos Fave 5.
Yeah, go ahead,
You-
Fritos. Go ahead, Fritos. I'm sorry.
Number 5, I've got the rising star who hates toxic masculinity. I've got Kit Wilson. His entrance, he had one of the loudest pops over in London. This man is printing money. I wouldn't be surprised if he's up there for the men's heavyweight championship. At number 2, I got Trick Williams. I love the approach they're doing this. They're not doing like Carmelo, where he was in the back and they slow build. I love how they're right out of the gun, giving Trick a shot in this fatal 4-way match to be Drew's number 1 competitor. At number 3, I've got MJF. The match with him and Bandito this past Wednesday night, nothing but short from fantastic. And that promo he did in Attack Bandito, I thought was perfect to set up this new character of MJF. Then number 2, I've got Carmelo Hayes. The match with him and Leon Slater, nothing but short from perfect. I loved every second of it. But number 1, I've got Braun Breaker coming in and getting Adam Pearce's face. And I literally thought we were going to see him get murdered on Netflix. And that has been a Fritos Fave 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not doing no since y'all yelled at me.
Boy, if
You
that-
needed me. I didn't do anything. I just got shot.
Boy.
I'm an innocent bystander.
What, man? No, you dead to rights on this shit right here tonight. God damn it, ain't no innocent bystander. Nothing with this bullshit.
I
got a lot of
literally,
pop that fucking Kid Williams did. They was screaming to whoop that trick all through his fucking intro in fucking London.
That's why he was
Yeah.
higher.
yeah.
But you said Kid Williams had the pop of the night, which is a lie. Trick had
He
the
was
pop
up
of the
there.
night.
That's what ESPN said. ESPN had it. The pop of the night.
ESPN's a lie. ESPN's fake news.
Wow.
All right. Teddy Long, rate his Fritos Fave 5.
Can we readjust this Fave 5? Can we
You
take
can
something
readjust
out
it.
and put something else
Rate
in?
him.
Okay, because I'd rather take out Kit and put in Jacob. That's just my personal opinion, but hey, or Javon Evans, hey, that would be my personal opinion, but so I can't give you an A this week, gang. You're gonna have to get a good old B minus, I hate how quick you be so with the graphic when somebody says a grade and like automatically cuts off and goes straight to the bullshit. I don't like
my
you for
God.
that. I just want you to know you might fuck around and go
I
one-on-one.
take back every fucking nice thing I said at the beginning of this podcast about this being my
All right,
favorite.
player. All right, player. All right, player.
Only one that
know what?
Sleeping.
No, hey, you know what?
You can blame the Bears.
You can go
You can blame the Bears.
1-on-1 with the Undertaker player. That's what you can do.
Leave my team out of this.
What's about to get down, get. That's what that gong sounded like. I'm telling you, it didn't sound like nothing.
When the hell
Undertaker
did we get a
related. I just want
gong?
you to know this.
See,
There was nothing Undertaker related. To
Oh,
that.
they added the different stuff. Like, watch this. Check this out.
well, I thought you was about to play the Cosby Show thing.
I thought he was about to go into that Jay-Z song.
Or the George Lopez.
No, Jay-Z.
My God.
Low rider.
TV just get loud as fuck at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning when that shit come on.
Hey, listen,
Fritos,
listen.
I was about to give you an A+ just to spite Mike ass for doing what he did, but since you
I didn't even do anything.
Since you had Kit Wilson up in there and that trash ass thing, and you mentioned the Bears on this very night, I'm about to give you an A-.
Hey, Mike.
That was also the spite Mike. So
Wow.
that was also
You
the
know
spite
what?
Mike.
I'm
But
disappointed.
look, Teddy Long, come on. You gotta admit, Mike has been on one all month.
Kit
He forgot you and Tank. He forgot you and Tank on the intro.
Kit Wilson. Kit Wilson.
Yeah, I was gonna give him an A+, but he had Kit Wilson and he mentioned the Bears.
That automatically should put him in a B.
He had some other good. He
did, but that one plus the other one should be.
Now, if he had a wrestler that I didn't like, I don't dislike
Kit
Kit Wilson, I just don't like his name. But if he had Nia Jackson, somebody up in there, I would have had to dock him a full grade. You know,
he should have put Jay.
I'm smart enough to know to put Nia Jackson in my top 5.
Yeah, no.
I know too well.
Yeah.
I would get butchered by you.
I ain't gonna lie to you. If we gonna do top 5, can we top 5 Jay Cargill in them shorts? Can we top 5 that?
Man.
No, what we did the top 5 is Miss Parker
strolling
out there
one of the few AKAs I actually fuck with as alpha. It's my favorite AKA.
All right, folks. Well, this has been another riveting episode of the Webookit Podcast from Big Daddy C, from Teddy Long, from Fritos. I'm your host, Virgil. Monday Night Raw Dog will be tomorrow night, hopefully at a earlier time, since the show will be earlier. That depends on Coachman, who will be back. And then, of course, Tuesday night, we got your Who's Next with NXT. We're still trying to get that Thursday night TNA show lined up. And then, of course, Friday night SmackDown, Lowdown, Hoedown, Throwdown, Modown, Toedown, Whoa Now with Fritos. And then, of course, Big Daddy C is taking you through AEW review of Collision and Dynamite on Saturday night. We got you covered every day of the week with some type of wrestling. Appreciate you guys. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, keep those booking pistols sharp. Keep on.